This is what I call a sport. The fourth bar, brother, but I push the rock up the court.
We find ourselves today. It's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the New York Jets and the Denver Broncos. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Fields passing on the first play from scrimmage. Man open, he's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. Little environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. That one, a first down pickup of 8. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Play action. It's Fields. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll let this go deep for Sutton. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And some room to roam now. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed down. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, grab that dagger play, grab that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Here's Wilson. He sets to fire deep. And this is caught. Touchdown, Jets. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win. I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Fields. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5 now. Fields. Holmes has got it complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road. Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not.
Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Throwing on third down, Fields. Flush to his right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And this is caught by Williams. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And oh, he coughed it up. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Ball again on 2nd down. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Tackled by Ashton Davis up from the secondary.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Fields. And Brown's got it for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have moved out in front. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. Right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Open man here is Conklin. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route.
And intercepted. Wilson's third of the game. And the Broncos are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Fields throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Rolling to his right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. And they'll run on the inside handoff. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial
head coach handling it, the offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Ball again on 2nd down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. There's Wilson to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 42. Now it's Wilson. Open man is Uzama. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage. And let's face it, you could put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before the break. Fields airing one out deep for Holmes here. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they still got a shot.
Out to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
They go play action with Wilson. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Baron Browning drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
I know nowadays they give a lot of guys different things when they get to the sidelines after creating a big play, but just throw a cape on this guy because he single-handedly ended multiple drives. Interception earlier, sack on 3rd down. Really? Should have a better game plan installed for how to contain him because he's affecting this game in so many ways.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Fields on 1st down. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Fields on 3rd down. It's caught. Reception by Holmes. And some room to work. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Albert Okwuegbunam from 13 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. after the touchdown. Here's McManus now to kick it away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 66 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On first down, right back to Hall. It was DJ Jones who was there for the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing is Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Wilson. And he's going to be out of bounds. The 40. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. To throw is Wilson. Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action in Denver. Play action. Now Wilson. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Now Wilson. And this pass will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall from a yard out. And the Jets have cut it back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. He's going deep for Brown. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Fields now to throw. This is complete to Holmes. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, it's Fields. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a 1-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Hands it off out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the 1st half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the 2nd half, that got done.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now it's Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 88 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Touchdown! Garrett Wilson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jets have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Finding space at the 40. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down, even though he's still in the pocket. He had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Fields. Airing one out deep for Holmes here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. To the air again, Fields. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big gain of 39 on 3rd.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton from 19 yards away. And the Broncos will add to their 4th quarter lead. McManus's point after is good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
And they'll begin by running the option. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say, those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Holmes. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 12-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Fields. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by DJ Reed. And now look at him go. 20. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because
that's knocked down and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. On the counter, here's Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline.
This was a very close ball game.